So I understand that basically that moment is where Dementus goes to Immortan Joe and he says, we have taken Gastown and we're here to negotiate XYZ. And the end result is that Immortan Joe goes, fine, yeah, you can have Gastown and we'll increase your food supplies, your aid, but I want Furiosa and I want your doctor, medic, whatever. But he comes in holding some sort of screw contraption to one of Immortan Joe's men's heads, which I get the threat because he's like, either you say yes to this right now or because I'm losing strength and I'm just going to let go and kill your guy. So I got that. Why were his nipples tied to the rig? Because surely...
Yeah, I don't know.
That didn't make any sense. No. Why?
No, yeah. There's a lot in this film that doesn't make sense.
Basically, it was that if he let go of the screw, it would have gone through the guy's head and killed him.
But it also rips off his nipples.
But it would have ripped off his nipples doing that. So was it him trying to be like, I want to do this as little as you want me to do this?
I don't know.
That also doesn't seem to fit with the character.
Yeah.
Super weird. But he lost his nipple. I think maybe it was an opportunity to show like how kind of fucked up and dark this character is, Dementus. And I understood that Chris Hemsworth was trying to play this guy really twisted and really dark and show that he's suffering, for the loss of his family or whatever. But like actually, it never stopped being a panto character to me.
No.
The nose, the beard, the general... Like he does this. He was sort of like a jacked Captain Jack Sparrow. Like it just seemed like a bit of a panto character. I never really got the really scary like threat of him.
No. Did you like his performance then? Is that because I think exactly the same, but I also enjoyed watching him.
Yeah, I didn't. But I didn't like it, but I also felt like the casting wasn't, I think, what maybe George Miller wanted it to be. I think maybe he was there because he's a big Australian name. And I feel bad saying that, but I think it's true. Because actually, from everything that I read about that character, Dementus, he's supposed to be terrifying and crazy and unpredictable. At no point is he terrifying. And yeah, and it just didn't really... Even it seems a bit unhinged.
Even when he's killing the mother, he's not terrifying. You know, the situation is terrifying, but he's not scary. The situation is horrifying.
It's not terrifying.
No, and he's not scary. Like, he's never scary, I don't think.
Yeah, I just feel like maybe the casting was off for that because it also just meant, like, I never really felt... In the moments where, like, Jack and Furiosa are being chased by him or whatever, or the final battle at Gastown where they get ambushed by him and they just make it out with their lives, I wasn't like scared of that character being... I wasn't like, oh shit, okay, he's there. I was just like, oh, I hope they don't die. Like, well, I just never felt scared.
I also found him to be, and I don't know if this was intentional or not, but he also is kind of pathetic. And I do think maybe there is an intention behind that, especially at the end when he's basically... there's a point where he's almost begging Furiosa at the end in the desert, and then he changes his mind and he's not going to beg anymore, and he's like, oh, do whatever you want to me because you can't win, all this kind of stuff. But I didn't know if he was kind of supposed to be a bit stupid and supposed to be... Because, you know, he's losing the grip on his men at one point, and
he runs Gastown into the ground.
Yeah.
And that's why then Immortan Joe is like, let's attack Gastown, let's take it back because he's destroyed it.
But that to me doesn't make him a it just makes him seem kind of incompetent and a bit stupid and a bit and you know, and I think the teddy bear thing was supposed to kind of be creepy, but it wasn't.
It wasn't. That was supposed to be his dead child's thing, wasn't it?
And it kind of, if anything, almost weirdly infantilizes him, I think. It kind of makes, for me, it kind of made him feel he's almost childlike.
I just feel like it just was short. Like, yeah, it was, but that, going down that road of like, he's a bit childlike, then there's the scope there to make him really, really scary because he's like unhinged and he's got nothing to lose and he's, he's a madman.
Yeah, but he's not that.
But that's what I mean. It never goes that far. I personally have never seen Chris Hemsworth play. Shout out Donut Time if you want to sponsor us. That's fine. I've never seen him play a villain well. I don't think he's scary enough. I think he's just too sweet and handsome. And
and I think that's what they're trying to do.
With Miles?
Yeah, and that wasn't good.
I thought that was like the premise for it. I was like,
The premise is
something.
great, but it does not land it at all.
No, because he's not a villain. He wasn't ever scary in it. There was one moment in that film I feel like he loses it at something, and I was like, ooh, okay, maybe, he could maybe be scary, and then he just isn't. I just think he's too sweet and handsome.
I think actually with Spiderhead, you could have reversed Hemsworth and Teller would have been a better villain. And Hemsworth could have played the...
I'm going to start a fan club for that guy. He's a bloody good actor.
Yeah, Miles Teller is very good.